Shortly after Festus Keyamo ordered for the arrest of Mr. Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti-Baba Ahmed, Reno Omokri said he thinks it would be a very big mistake if Buhari should arrest Peter Obi and Datti-Baba Ahmed for incitement. Please guys, watch the video and don't forget to like, share and leave your comments. Thanks for watching.
Some people have asked my views about the petition written by the Minister of State for Labour, Mr. Festus Keyamo, and calling for the arrest of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party and his running mate, ex-Governor Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti-Baba Ahmed. Now, I think it's going to be a very big mistake if the Buhari administration tries that. If that petition to the DSS is actually acted upon, it's very unwise. Now, here's the thing: we're in a democracy. Even in a military government, it's still the same thing that operates. You have to allow the opposition vent. So you just look at the country like a pot. Now the pot is on a fire, and then the fire is just the policies of the government, the things that happen during the government. So you have to let the pot let off steam. And how does the pot let off steam? Through the spout. You see the spout? So steam comes out, steam comes out. So that's the venting of the opposition, so that the country does not become, too toxic. The polity is not heated up. Now, if you begin to arrest opposition leaders, so it's just like taking something and covering the spout of that kettle. What's going to happen is that after a while, the whole kettle is going to explode. And you don't want that for a country, because the country can explode. It can lead to sectarian crisis. It can lead to, God forbid, civil war. And we don't want that. The cure that the Minister of State for Labour, Festus Keyamo, is trying to apply is going to be worse than the disease. And what did Peter Obi and Datti-Baba Ahmed, what did they say? I think his major issue was when Datti-Baba Ahmed said that if the president-elect, according to INEC, because I also disagree about his election, so I would say the president-elect, according to INEC, if he's sworn in on May 29, 2023, then that would be the end of democracy. I think Senator Yusuf Datti-Baba Ahmed could have used better words, but even at that, to arrest him would cause too much crisis in the country. And then he was also upset because of some of the things that Peter Obi had been saying, calling the election a sham, saying that the election was anti-democratic. Look, he's allowed to say that. Peter Obi, I know him personally. He is a man of peace. He's a gentleman. He's not a warlike man at all. He's not involved in violence. So you don't want to push that kind of man to the wall. And besides, General Muhammadu Buhari has said worse things himself when he was in the opposition. I mean, if you recall, May 15, 2012, he did say that both the dog and the baboon will be sucked in blood. Now look at that. That's incitement. That's plain and simple, is worse than what Datti-Baba Ahmed has said. May 15, 2012, he did say that. Also, June 3rd, 2013, the next year, and almost a year apart, he said that the military offensive against Boko Haram was anti-North. Now, this was Boko Haram, or that this is Boko Haram that had been declared as a terrorist group. And then you are speaking in favor of them. That's terrible. That's like what he's accusing Nnamdi Kanu of doing. He did it. Go back and check. June 3rd, 2013. He could have been arrested, but he wasn't arrested. He was allowed to have his freedom of expression, even though it was almost inciting. Not almost, it was quite inciting. Even go further back, during the 2011 election, he did say, on the video, and that video is still on YouTube, he was telling his supporters, halaka. Halaka. Now, halaka in Hausa means that you will perish or you will die. And then after the election, when he lost, a number of people, I think about 600 plus, died all over Nigeria, mostly in northern Nigeria, including about 11 youth corps, National Youth Service Corps members. That nobody arrested him, but those were very unfortunate comments that he made. Even as a sitting president, June 2, 2021, he released a tweet which was deemed to be an inciting tweet by Twitter and officially deleted. 2 days later, June 4, 2021, the Nigerian government suspended Twitter, as a reaction to that. Remember he told people of Igbo origin, of the Southeast origin, that he will talk to them he will treat them in a language that they understood, which was deemed to be, an abuse of Twitter regulations. It was deemed to be inciting genocide. That was the word that he used, genocide against people of Igbo origin. Nothing was done to him. He wasn't impeached. Only Twitter, a private company, took action against him. Later on, Facebook also took action against him by deleting his messages. So this man, they say he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. His hands are not clean. for him to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to be arresting Datti-Baba Ahmed and Peter Obi for a lesser offense. So we got to be careful. We're building a country. We want to make sure that this country does not, go up in flames. I would really, really caution against that move.